Everyone in the classroom froze. That was the moment when Professor Harding laughed and said, "Even my PhD student can't solve this problem." What he didn't know was that the quiet black kid in the last row had already solved it in his head. Marcus Johnson was used to being invisible. He sat at the back, hoodie up, notebook clean. Teachers often assumed he didn't care. Some classmates thought he wasn't smart. And Professor Harding? He barely remembered Marcus's name. That day, the professor walked into the advanced math class with a smug smile and wrote a massive equation across the board. It was complex, layered, and intimidating. Students stared at it in silence. Minutes passed. No hands went up. Professor Harding chuckled. "Relax," he said. "This is difficult. Even my PhD student struggled with it." Then he added, half joking but loud enough for everyone to hear, "I don't expect anyone here to get it." The class laughed nervously. Marcus didn't. He had seen a similar problem months earlier while studying on his own at the public library. Math wasn't just numbers to him. It was patterns, stories, logic. While others were stuck on step 1, Marcus had already reached the final answer. Slowly, he raised his hand. The room went quiet. Professor Harding looked confused. "Marcus, are you sure?" he asked, with a hint of sarcasm. "This isn't a guessing game." Marcus stood up calmly. "May I solve it on the board?" A few students snickered. The professor shrugged. "Go ahead." Marcus walked to the board and began writing, step by step, clean, confident. He explained every move clearly, correcting a mistake the professor himself had made in the original setup. 2 minutes in, the laughter stopped. 5 minutes in, jaws dropped. When Marcus finished, the room was silent. Professor Harding stared at the board, then checked his own notes. His face changed. "You're correct," he said quietly. That day, Marcus wasn't invisible anymore. The professor later learned Marcus had been teaching himself college-level math since middle school. Scholarships followed. Competitions. A future no one in that room had imagined. And Professor Harding learned a lesson too. Never judge intelligence by appearance. Never underestimate quiet confidence. And never assume brilliance looks the way you expect. Because sometimes the smartest person in the room is the one nobody's watching.